What's up, guys? Today we're going to be going over the Galaxy S21 series in 2024. So if you type in Matthews Tech and type in any phone you want to see, S21 Ultra, S21 Plus, S21 FE, you'll see a ton of videos for all of my newer people and even the standard S21. And a lot of people ask what happened to the standard S21. I sold it a while back because I just really like the S21 FE in place of that. So anyone who wants kind of like a smaller phone, I'll recommend the S21 FE because this phone has better battery life than the S21 FE because the battery is bigger. And then you also will get Android 16 because this phone launched with Android 12. So that's very important. So we're going to talk about that as well too. But that's the reason why. So if you're looking for like a smaller phone, if you're trying to debate whether it's the S21 FE or the standard S21, I personally like the S21 FE for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So let's talk about the price of these phones. Alright, so let's get into it here. The S21 Ultra is $300. You can see the cheapest. And the S21 Plus, you can see around $220 is the price point. And then the S21 FE, you can see around $200 to $180. As you can see, it depends on whether you get it locked or unlocked. So I do get all of my phones, like 80% of the phones that I get, if you guys don't see me unbox it, like if it's not a new phone, you don't see me do that, then I got it from Amazon or eBay. So I buy refurbished phones all the time, so definitely highly recommend it. It's a great way to save money instead of buying stuff brand new. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it here. So alright, so let's talk about the displays here on these phones. Pretty much identical displays in terms of quality. They're all dynamic AMOLED. They all look really nice and vibrant, very bright displays. Even in direct sunlight, these phones perform really well. There are slight differences here. So the S21 Ultra has a 6.8-inch display. The S21 Plus has a 6.7-inch display, and then the S21 FE has a 6.4-inch display. Basically, if you're looking for something that is going to be easier to hold, it's going to be the S21 FE. It's way easier to one hand than these two phones for sure here. But as far as the resolution goes, you do have a 1440p resolution on the S21 Ultra, so you have 2K content that you can watch. And then on these two phones, the S21 Plus and the S21 FE, you only have a 1080p resolution, but they still look really good. They all have very high PPIs as well too, so they all look very crispy and very sharp. Another thing that you will notice here is that the S21 Plus and the FE have completely flat panels. The S21 Ultra does have a very slight curve to it. It's not an aggressive curve, but there is a curve there, and I know a lot of people, they hate the curves because it's harder to put screen protectors on or whatever, but just to know that I do like the S21's display. I think it looks really good, and I still think the curve makes it look a little bit more premium. And it's a very easy phone to hold as well for such a large phone for sure. So the displays on these phones are very, very good. Like I said, obviously the S21 Ultra having the best display as far as resolution goes, but all really good displays, especially considering the price point that you're getting these at. They're all 120 Hz HDR10 plus displays as well too, so excellent displays on all of these. Alright, here's what you need to know about software. So the S21 Ultra launched with Android 11, so the last update will be Android 15 for this phone, and that is the same for the S21 Plus. Since the S21 FE launched with Android 12, it'll get Android 16 as well, so it will get an extra year of software update. So that's definitely a plus for the S21 FE for sure here. Now, as far as the AI features, the S21 series did not get the AI features, or it only got one AI feature really, so that is going to be the circle to search here. So if you hold down the task or the gesture here, it'll bring it up, and then you circle to search whatever you want. And you got that on the S21 Plus as well, but you actually didn't get it on the S21 FE, unfortunately. Now, you did get it on the standard S21, so that's good, but I have no clue why the S21 FE didn't get the circle to search feature. But yeah, so it's really nice that these phones are going to get Android 15, and the FE getting 16 is really awesome as well too. As far as the features go, they all essentially have the same features They all have DeX support and all the same features basically, so you don't have to worry about any differences with software. What you will notice a difference is with the S Pen support. So the S21 Ultra does have S Pen support here. So let me grab one. So you can buy like the S Pen case with the S21 Ultra, and you can just use it like it was a Note. It has all the same functionality and features. So yeah, so you can take advantage of the pen for anybody who's like a digital artist or whatever. It works exactly the same as it would on a Note. So that's what I really like about the S21 Ultra here, is that it really has a lot of features that it's basically a Note, right? But the pen's not built in. All right, so when it comes to performance on all of these phones, there's really not a big difference here in terms of performance. They are running the same chip, the Snapdragon 888 processor here. And what you will notice is that you do have a different, each phone is kind of, or not each phone, but they're optimized a little bit different. So you can see your best settings on PUBG on the S21 FE is HDR Extreme. But if we go to the S21 Plus here, you can see you have 90 frames. And then it's the same thing on the S21 Ultra here. So there's a slight difference when it comes to gaming performance. You got 90 frames on the Ultra and the Plus, and you just have the 60 frames. I'm sure that FE can do it, but it's just not optimized for it yet. So that's the only difference that I noticed. As far as speed and like loading games up and bouncing in and out of applications, there's virtually pretty much no difference. Can't really tell that one device is faster than the other for the most part here. So if you're a gamer, all of these phones do great. So even if you go with the cheapest option, you're still going to get really good performance out of all of these phones, which is going to be sweet. So definitely these are really good phones for gaming. Now these phones do get a little bit warmer than I would like. The Snapdragon 888 series in general, it seems like with not just the Samsung phones, but a lot of phones that came out with a chipset, these phones do tend to get a little bit warm. Can be uncomfortable if you're gaming for longer periods of time. I know most people use a case, but I've never had that issue because I'm not like a heavy gamer, so I've never had these things crash on me or anything. You definitely can like get a few matches in, and I've never really noticed it a problem. But yeah, these phones can get a little bit warm, so that's just something to note if you're like crazy heavy gamer. Alright guys, let's test out these speakers on the FE, and we're all max volume. S21 Plus. So you can clearly hear the S21 Ultra has the best speaker here. It's just louder, it's a little bit fuller. The S21 Plus and the FE kind of sound really similar. So not like a massive difference. Yeah, I could give this edge slightly to the S21 Plus, but just to wrap it up, they all have really good speakers, but I would do it like S21 Ultra the best, second, third. Alright, let's talk about the camera situation on all of these phones. All of these phones have really, really good cameras. As far as still photography, great cameras. The difference is why you'll pay that extra money is with the S21 Ultra being able to give you some really, really good zoom photography shots. I took this phone to Vegas. I did a whole vlog with it and everything. This will give you some really good shots. You can see you have 10 times, 30 times, 100 times. These only have, this one has 3 times. Yeah, 3 times, and then you can go up to 30 times, but it's just digital. The S21 Ultra will give you some amazing shots, guys. It's really, really impressive. It's still giving that really crispy quality, at 10 times, 30 times. It's just going to give you better shots in these two phones. If you're somebody who's into, you know, zoom photography, you're at sporting events or something like that, and, you know, it's just going to do such a great job. So I highly recommend that if you do take, you know, a lot of shots like that. But you guys can see images are super crispy on all of these phones. You can get a really good shot out of these phones essentially. So I think that's like the biggest difference with the camera quality for the most part for the average person. I wouldn't necessarily say that one camera takes crazy, you know, better photos than the other one. But yeah, when it comes to zoom photography, the S21 Ultra, that's where your extra money is going, to this camera, giving you that 100 times zoom, giving you just in general just better zoom shots. So that's something that I really like about this phone in particular. I wouldn't really get all caught up into like megapixels and stuff, because it's not really that big of a difference. Most people are going to be shooting in the standard mode as well too. Most people don't even know that, you know, you can actually come up here and go like right here, you can switch it to 64 megapixels, you can switch this 108. Most people don't do that, so that's why I don't really get into megapixels and stuff like that. But just know that all of these phones take really good pictures and videos, but this is going to do great for zoom shots. Alright, so as far as the battery life is concerned, all of these phones do a pretty good job with getting me through a full day of battery life. They can easily do 6 hours of screen on time if you are a lighter user. If you're a heavy gamer, then you probably will looking at somewhere around 5 hours of screen on time, 5 to 4:30. But they all have wireless charging, reverse wireless charging, and they all charge at about 25 watt for the fast charging. So yeah, so I like the S21 series phones in 2024. I think these are some really good phones, definitely to consider. They're really cheap. They offer a really good experience as far as keeping you up to date with the software. You still have pretty modern software. You also have really good cameras. The specs are really good as well too, displays. So it just feels like just a really good bargain here in 2024. I want to know you guys' thoughts, and I will catch you guys in the next one.